From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good morning and happy Friday. Today is going to be another hazy day out there. For most of us, much less haze for Saturday and beyond. High temperature is going to be warm through Sunday with 70s and 80s for lower elevations, but then cooling off for next week. Also multiple chances for rainfall in the next week. So that is a very encouraging sign. This morning, still quite breezy in the Kittitas Valley. Those gusts around 30 miles per hour. For the rest of us, it looks like the wind gusts are noticeably calmer out there. Air quality is still pretty bad in the Moses Lake and Ritzville areas due to the smoke that's been streaming downwind of the Labor Mountain fire, but for the rest of us, just moderate reductions to air quality. Temperatures this morning are brisk whenever you see greens and blues on this map. So 30s and 40s for the mountains and 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Hey, today is day number 1 of the Great Prosser Balloon Rally. We'll send it out to our very own Monique Garcia a little bit later in the show. But yeah, it's going to be a chilly start out there with 40s and 50s, but a lot of sunshine for today. It's going to end up being a beautiful end to the work week. With the winds yesterday, a lot of fire activity. I'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
You heard it right there from Josh. Fire crews still on scene of a number of fires, and they are saying that fire season is far from over. With high winds and dry air in the forecast, the danger isn't changing. We have the latest on fire concerns in Chelan and Kittitas counties coming up. And one of the largest manhunts in Chelan County history has officially come to a close. DNA evidence finally confirming what many suspected. We have that update on the search for Travis Decker ahead. And a teen under arrest after threats against Kamiakin High School. He was arrested this week. Now officials saying it's all a part of a growing trend. The warning from law enforcement. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here at the end of the week for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. And once again, we are starting with a fire watch on this Friday morning. Over the last few weeks, we of course continued to monitor the Labor Mountain fire, that one burning in Chelan County. Now this morning, Kittitas Valley Fire and Rescue say that their fire season is far from over, adding to the already challenging season that they've seen. The fire chief saying that they are on fire weather watch, low humidity, high winds. It has led the team to increase staff due to the fire threats in the community. This year's fire season, the chief saying, is due to, of course, you can imagine, a lack of rain in the region.
Until that happens, we highly encourage everybody to be careful. I know it's getting cold out, but the cold temperatures really do not affect the fire behavior within this climate, and we really need folks to be careful because we're in for a late fire season as we're already approaching October and there's no end in sight without a significant rain.
So to help mitigate any potential fires from starting, the chief says that the county remains on a burn ban. And with all of this, we want to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, giving us kind of a closer look at those conditions that fire crews are experiencing, not only what they've seen through the week, but how it's going to be changing and the impact that it could have as they go into the weekend.
Yeah, really the talking point yesterday was that the short-term news was really bad. The long-term news was really good. And yesterday, unfortunately, we saw that play out as with the winds as anticipated. We saw a lot of fire activity with both the Wildcat and the Labor Mountain fire, but especially with the Labor Mountain fire. This one's now 17,000 acres big. I think upon the next scan, from satellite, from helicopters, it's probably going to be over 20,000 acres. Expansive level 3 evacuations. They got expanded down into Kittitas County and got expanded more to the north in Chelan County. So you can find more information about these listed online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Okay, now let's talk about the Wildcat fire. This one burning in northwestern Yakima County. I'll take you down there in just a second. There we go. This one is 10,000 acres. Containment, unfortunately, actually dropped. We hate to see this on fires, but it dropped from 7% to 6%. And it's that northeastern flank of the fire that continues to give firefighters headaches. And there's a level 2 B set evacuation still in place for Goose Prairie and for Bumping River Road. Coming up a little bit later in the show, I will tell you once again what to put in that go bag if you live in either of these locations or around the Labor Mountain fire. So that's going to be coming up again later in the show.
Yeah, and you can see acreage continuing to grow with those fires, as well as they burn Blewett Pass over US 97, also still closed because of the Labor Mountain fire. We're keeping a close eye on both of them. We'll keep you updated. Now to a story we've been following very closely. One of the largest manhunts in Chelan County history has now officially come to a close as DNA evidence confirms the human remains found earlier this month near Leavenworth do belong to Travis Decker. Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison announcing the news during a press conference just yesterday afternoon. Decker, who was accused of killing his 3 young daughters earlier this summer, was first declared dead by the U.S. Marshals on Wednesday. However, Chelan County Sheriff Morrison would not confirm that until his office officially received the DNA results from the evidence during a recent search. Now, Chief Morrison saying the confirmation is in.
Marshal Service really took on a heavy burden for us, overseeing the search efforts, while our detective investigative units went and focused primarily on the investigation, knowing that we were getting ready for a criminal trial.
But without the community, which is what this truly is about, law enforcement community, family community, community members that are out here present, without all of you, we could not have done this.
Now, a cause, a manner, and time of Decker's death has not yet been confirmed. Chelan County Coroner's Office is working on that, and as soon as more details come into the Apple Valley Now newsroom, we'll of course pass them along to you. 5:06 now to a crime alert where threats of violence are becoming all too common to schools across Washington. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert sat down with law enforcement and school officials at Riverview High School to talk about the real consequences that students face, whether the threat is real or fake.
Last week, a juvenile suspect was arrested in connection to threats made against Kamiakin High School after a tip-off from the FBI. Law enforcement say these types of cases are happening more often, and with the growth of social media, it's easier than ever for people to make dangerous claims online.
It's easy for people online to make idle threats and say things, and more often than not, it's just somebody being silly, somebody saying something out of jest that they don't really mean. But we live in a society now where that gets out and it puts fear into people.
Deputy Brett Hansen, who serves as the school resource officer at Riverview High School, says once something is posted online, there's no hiding from it.
There's ways to get that data, whether that's one of our forensic specialists downloading your phone or writing a search warrant to the social media platform. We'll eventually get that.
Hansen says threats, real or not, take valuable resources away from the community, and once law enforcement gets involved, there's no one doing the damage.
The first thing to remember is law enforcement is going to take everyone seriously. You're going to tie up a lot of law enforcement resources, a lot of school resources, until we can prove it fact or fiction. And even if you didn't mean it, you're going to get in trouble. Whether that's school trouble or law trouble or both.
Law enforcement officials tell me that all threats like this that are made are taken 100% seriously. And school officials at Riverview High School tell me that once a student is caught making a threat like this, it's almost impossible to get back into the school system.
Education world, we support each other's buildings. So if a kid makes a bad decision here, they can't just jump to another school. Like, they're going to call and ask. They're going to say, is there anything we need to know? If there's a suspension following them because they made a bad choice or made that phone call or made that post, the other school is likely not to take you. And they're going to hold to our suspension just as we would to theirs.
Davis says Riverview takes a hands-on approach to safety, encouraging students to speak up and report concerns.
Many times kids report other kids. We set up with the Sheriff's Department an anonymous tip line that goes to myself and another administrator and to the Sheriff's Department. So we see the information.
It's all a part of a proactive approach aimed at keeping schools safe and stopping threats before they become reality. In Findlay, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And under Washington law, any violent threat or bomb hoax is considered a Class B felony, meaning it can carry jail time and other serious penalties. 509 now taking you to Richland, where they could be making some big changes on how they pay for road repairs. City leaders are looking at replacing the $20 car tab fee with a new sales tax. Richland is considering replacing its $20 vehicle fee with a sales tax to fund road maintenance. City manager John Amundsen says that the current car tab fee brings in $1 million annually, but it isn't keeping up with the transportation needs. The proposed 0.1% sales tax could generate $2.25 million every year based on 2024 sales data.
In the city of Richland, we continue to see growth in our sales tax revenue. A lot more shopping in Richland than there was 5-10 years ago. What that allows us to do is shift the burden from just Richland residents only who are paying the car tab fee to spread that amongst all the people who utilize our road.
So, of course, the city wants to maintain its pavement condition index rating of good, currently in the 70 to 75 range. Amundsen says reduced funding could cause that rating to drop quickly. City Council will hold a second reading on October 7th. If approved, the tax change could take effect January 1st. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Amazon paying billions to settle claims that it tricked customers into signing up for Prime. How much the FTC says you could be getting back. That's all coming up in your business headlines. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. It is 5:11 on this Friday. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth is going to be back after the break to let us know what we can expect as we make our way into the weekend.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Unlike some products, Pepto coats and soothes your digestive system to provide fast 5-symptom relief. Stock up on Pepto today.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Look, it's a bird.
No, it's a plane.
No, it's a cow.
A cow?
Cowabunga! It's fair time.
The Central Washington State Fair is coming September 19th through the 28th, presented by Legends Casino Hotel. It's 10 days full of all your fair favorites like carnival rides, fair food, live entertainment, and livestock barns. There's also lots of new stuff to see like acrobatic sea lions and radical reptiles. Get your tickets now at fairfun.com.
Head to Queensgate Gardens in Richland for some fall family fun. Explore our corn and hay bale maze, zoom down the dump truck slide, and try our pumpkin archery. Get creative with pumpkin painting, play laser tag, and enjoy our U-Pick flower fields. Make fall memories at Queensgate Gardens in Richland.
Shifting Gears, the #1 new comedy is back.
He has arisen.
With big guests. And a big home improvement reunion.
Hey, buddy.
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears, season premiere Wednesday on ABC.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and show you futurecast upper level smoke, and we'll put this into motion for the next couple of days. What we're going to be continuing with today will be, of course, that plume from the the wildcat fire burning in Yakima County, also the plume that's going to be coming from the Labor Mountain fire that's burning in both Kittitas and Chelan County. So as we put this into motion, unfortunately for today, upper level winds going to be coming out of the north and west. So that's going to put a lot of thick smoke and haze into the Yakima Valley, into the lower Columbia Basin, really into, I'd say, about 75–80% of our viewing area. Midnight. Looks like this is going to start to clear out a little bit from the Yakima Valley as upper level winds start to shift out of the south and west. So that trend, that clearing trend, is going to continue into much of Saturday. But unfortunately, as we're expecting the wildcat fire to flare up again, with those upper level winds out of the south and west, that's going to put much more smoke and haze into the Kittitas Valley this time. That cycle is probably going to be the same for Sunday as well, but then we're thinking the long-term outlook for next week, cooler and wetter, should help out with that situation overall. Current temperatures this morning, 30s, 40s, and 50s in Kittitas County, 40s and 50s up and down the Yakima Valley. Most of us in the 50s, right around 50 actually for the lower Columbia Basin, 40s for the Morrow County foothills, 50s for the rest of the foothills, and 40s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your fair forecast for this Friday. The Central Washington State Fair going to be into the mid-70s for the warmest part of the day, then definitely some jacket weather into the nightcap with 50s and 60s. But for today, low to mid-70s for lower elevations, but I'll show you that pattern flip for next week coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 5:16 now. Taking a look at your business headlines. United States Postal Service says prices will not rise again at the beginning of next year. Just yesterday, Postal Service announcing that the price for market-dominant products, including first-class mail, will not increase this January. In addition, the price of first-class stamps will hold where they're at right now at 78 cents. In early 2026, the Postmaster General says there won't be price changes until mid-next year. And Amazon will pay a historic $2.5 billion settlement. Federal Trade Commission says it's for allegedly tricking customers into signing up for its Prime subscription service and making it hard to cancel. FTC says customers were harmed by, quote, deceptive Prime enrollment practices. $1.5 billion will be refunded to roughly 35 million customers. The settlement also includes a $1 billion civil penalty. FTC says Amazon must include, quote, clear and conspicuous disclosures about the terms of Prime during enrollment and provide easy ways to cancel. Now, this settlement ends a 2-year dispute over the allegations, and it comes only a few days into a trial between the FTC and the online company. All right, so much more ahead. When we come back, we will check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Have a look at your first alert forecast on this Friday morning. It is 5:17, giving you that live look outside from the Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Sunrise set for 6:49, sunset at 6:45. The days just keep getting shorter. We're back right after the break.
At Tri-Cities and Walla Walla Floor & Home, our team has been in the Southeast Washington flooring business for 40-plus years. You'll find more choices, lower prices, and hometown service.
At More Furniture, the biggest sale of the year starts now. We're making room for the largest arrival of fresh styles and features in over a decade. Cozy living rooms, relaxing bedrooms, and elegant dining sets. It's all in stock and on sale. Right now, with a minimum purchase of $14.99, get your choice of free white glove delivery or we'll pay your sales tax. Don't wait. Shop early, beat the rush, and save big. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
I'm a real wild one. Life is wild. There's work to be done. Adventure around every corner. And a truck that handles it all. The 2025 Ford F-150. It's rugged, loaded with tech, and built to go wild. Get a wild deal on an F-150 today. Lease a 2025 F-150 STX Super Crew 4x4 for just $299 a month for 36 months. Only your local Ford dealer.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. This is the first and that's how Clay Room was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
At Tri-Cities and Walla Walla Floor and Home, our team has been in the Southeast Washington flooring business for 40 plus years. You'll find more choices, lower prices, and hometown service.
Bengals Broncos, Monday Night Football at 5 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have more hazy sunshine in the forecast for today. Unfortunately, I think for some of us, the haze is going to be a little bit thicker in comparison to yesterday. In terms of today's high temperatures, cooler in comparison to yesterday because of that cold front pass. So that's going to drop us down into the 50s and 60s in the Cascades, 50s and 60s for the Blues as well, but low to mid 70s for lower elevations. It's going to feel fantastic out there. Then for tonight, dealing with more haze like we talked about a few minutes back. We're thinking that that situation for most of us should improve into tomorrow, but overnight lows for tonight going to drop down into the 40s and 50s for all of us. Now let's talk about the winds. Okay, yesterday the winds were the big deal for today. It's still going to be a little bit breezy out there, not as strong. The wind gut's not going to be as strong as yesterday though, but still breezy in the Cascades. That's the thing we're most concerned about, just given the active fires that are still burning in the Cascades. And then for tonight, those winds shift down to the Cascade Mountain gaps. But then for tomorrow, those gusts come back to the Cascades. So it's going to be some tough sledding for containment efforts of both of those fires over the next handful of days, but much better weather is going to be on the way for Monday and beyond. We'll talk about that in just a second, but first wanted to talk about this again, the Great Prosser Balloon Rally happening over the next few days. Sunny and 75, it's hazy sunshine, but still around 75 for today and closer to 80 for Saturday and Sunday. A little bit less haze up in the skies and still plenty of sunshine. So warmer into the next handful of days, but then consistently cooler for next week and also consistently wetter as we'll have shower chances for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we need the rainfall to put fire season to bed, and perhaps maybe that happens next week. We'll see how it pans out. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm and dry through Sunday, wetter and cooler Monday through Thursday. And Yakima keeping it dry with 70s and 80s through the weekend, then 30 to 50% shower chances with 60s and 70s next week. In Ellensburg, haze hanging tough over the next few days, then some relief and much cooler weather for next week. In Hermiston, keeping it warm and dry for the next handful of days, then small shower chances with highs in the 70s all throughout next week. And finally, in Walla Walla, the same cycle we've been tracking everywhere else. However, the caveat is that we could see a few thunderstorms on Tuesday.
It is fall now, so I can be okay with some of the temperatures dropping just a little bit. I'm working myself into it. I'm not thrilled about the rain.
Oh, we need the rain.
But I know, but that's what I was going to say. But I know how much we need it, and I know how helpful that's going to be for the fire crews out by fighting both the Labor Mountain and Wildcat fires.
Absolutely. But when you have to go to football games, you have outdoor plans.
Right.
When it's sunny and 75 every day, it's preferred.
Fantastic.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. As the sports mom in me, I'm like, ooh, rain, fun. I got to get my...
It's just
mom bubble.
It's a new challenge. It's something else to dodge, you know?
Yeah, just what I need. More things to dodge.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, check this out. This week in Texas, police on horseback chased down a suspect after he ran, after he was found with narcotics.
Okay, but that's what's getting a lot of attention. But what's getting a lot of attention is what police said to the suspect right before he ran. Listen to this.
That's cool. I have a narcotic smelling horse right here. All right, stop.
Yes, a narcotics smelling horse. That's what the officer said. Now we hear dogs a lot, of course, the canines and the trained dogs at the airport, all of that, but a narcotic smelling horse.
And as the teleprompter is telling me, there's no such thing as a narco-smelling horse, which I did not know, so I guess call me a fool. But
it was a ruse?
though the ruse was evidently believable enough to send the suspect running. And if that suspect would have been me, I would have been...
You would have been running?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You would have just... You're like, okay,
Well, I don't know about the narco sniffing ability of any animal. So if a dog can do it, why can't a horse do it? They got big snouts.
Well, exactly. Next is gonna be an elephant, narco-smelling elephant.
That trunk, get down in there.
Yeah. So the old narco-smelling horse trick, it works every time. Clearly, officers were able to quickly apprehend the man. But that, I want that officer to be my friend.
Yeah.
That's a quick thinking.
Resourceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, utmost respect there.
Definitely.
To the narco-smelling horse trick. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We're going to take a live look, or not a live look, we're going to take a look at the artists who are filling out this weekend with some new music. And she's back, Mariah, back with her first new album in 7 years. Just in time for Christmas season.
You know what I'm humming.
And Doja declaring that she's the jealous type, and a mysterious masked band is making their U.S. debut. It's all, wow, that's a lot to unpack in your entertainment headlines coming up after the break.
Wow. New Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. For clean, even Mom approves of.
That's new.
Just grab a pad and go. The built-in solution traps dirt and locks it away.
Wow, still white.
The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power.
Still clean.
And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
The new iPhone 17 Pro is finally here. And at US Cellular, it's easier than ever to get it on us with no trade-in.
Wow, the new iPhone 17 Pro is thrilling.
It even has the ultimate pro camera system.
Oh, that's even more thrilling.
You don't have to trade in your old phone, so there's nothing stopping you from getting the new iPhone.
Nice. I kind of wish someone would stop me, though, so I can get the new iPhone.
Thanks for riding.
No, thank you.
Get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Did you know Fred's Appliance has been family-owned locally since 1962? Come check out what's in stock and on sale across all Samsung appliances at Fred's Appliance. Shop exclusive deals on Samsung dishwashers, washers and dryers, refrigerators, and so much more. Like this Samsung washer and dryer set. Save $600 today. At Fred's, our Get It Today inventory and lowest price guarantee makes us the most convenient choice. We sell appliances. Only appliances.
Want to revolutionize your career in digital advertising? Then join our team at Apple Valley News Now. We're looking for people passionate about helping local businesses thrive in today's evolving market. Check us out now at morganmurphymedia.com/current-openings.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
All right, 5:28. Let's get right into this entertainment news because there's a lot to talk about here. Yeah, so we're going to take a look at some new music releases to maybe help fill your weekend playlist. It's been nearly 7 years, but Mariah Carey now finally dropping a brand new album as well.
Just in the nick of time, and she's not the only one making music headlines. Doja Cat is teasing fans with her latest single, and a mysterious new band is making waves overseas.
Rick Damigella has the full music preview this morning. Let's take a listen.
Mariah Carey is back,
Truthfully, she never left, but Here for It All marks Carey's first album of new music in nearly 7 years. The album features the single Type Dangerous. That's the singer and band known as President. The mysterious masked performers have just released their debut EP, King of Terrors. The buzzing band made its inaugural live debut at the UK's Download Festival over the summer and will make its US debut in December. In Hollywood, I'm Rick
undead, but
Damigella.
scarier.
I don't like that. That gives me like a full body ick.
Yeah, I don't like when artists use masks or, I mean, I respect if it's like the gorillas and they're sort of cartoon characters.
Sure.
I
Or
think that's
Marshmallow. I can get down with Marshmallow.
But that was like sort of purge mask.
Ew, yeah, no, that was icky.
I didn't like that too much.
I didn't either. And the whole vibe of it was just really like heavy and dark.
Yeah, but in other news, it's really good to see Doja Cat has eyebrows again. So
that is a fantastic.
Happy for her.
Yeah, that makes me happy going into the weekend. And Mariah, I'm here for that single.
Seven years without new music, and that song, you know, she's known for pipes. That was kind of a more subdued,
little low key.
vibe.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I did too. Okay, there it is. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Some big changes are rolling in for big rig drivers starting next week. Oregon updating its CDL testing with some new standards that every trucker will need to know. We have the details coming up. And also some big changes at Tri-Cities Prep, new classrooms, new labs, and more space for students. We'll take a look at the inside of this new expansion coming up in your 5:30 half hour, but first here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Microsoft has blocked the Israeli military from accessing some of its cloud and AI services. The move follows a report that Israel was using the technology for mass surveillance of Palestinians. The IDF is reportedly planning to transfer the data to Amazon Web Services. Next, attention gamers, you can now pre-order the next generation Xbox devices, but they're going to cost you. The Xbox Ally goes for about $600, and the Xbox Ally X about $1,000. One reviewer says they both offer top-tier gaming. They ship in 3 weeks. LG is launching a TV designed for seniors. The Easy TV has a simplified home screen with a larger font. There's also an emergency help button, and they can program medication reminders. The TV rolls out in South Korea before hitting the US and other markets. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, dogs!
Yeah. So we need to...
Sickle! And it's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
These guys are crazy.
Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold. Be authentic. In a world where you can be anything. Be love. Be love. Be love. Be love. Pandora.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates so you can connect with them fast. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off, and it is 3-degree guarantee time. And just when we thought she was your good luck charm, you've really crushed it this week, even with her presence not being here. Maybe she's just here in presence.
Maybe you're my good luck charm, Jade.
Well, Josh, I'll take it this week for sure.
But yesterday it was a nail biter again, as Wentworth Fork has high of 83.
Well, we got to keep you on your toes.
Exactly.
You know,
gotta keep it.
You're such a great forecaster that we gotta keep you level-headed.
Yeah, gotta got to give me some curveballs, change it up so I'm sitting at the plate, right? So 83, 86, jackpot up to $350 for today, going with the forecast high of 74. Much cooler in the wake of the cold front. So if it verifies between 71 to 77, jackpot's going to hit $375. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. All right, bottom line for the forecast, it's going to be hazy for today, less so for Saturday and beyond for the most part. Highs staying warm through Sunday, 70s and 80s for lower elevations, but down into the 60s and 70s for next week, and multiple chances for rainfall next week. So it's going to feel like next week is sort of unofficially the first week of fall. Still is breezy in the Kittitas Valley this morning. Gusts around 30 miles per hour for the rest of us. We're seeing some calmer winds. Air quality better overall, but still unhealthy up towards Moses Lake. I'm thinking later today, unfortunately, this map is going to get a little bit worse. Okay, temperatures. We are in the 40s and 50s. In fact, seeing some 30s and 40s in the Cascades, 40s for the Blues, and 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Here's your hourly forecast on this Friday. A little bit hazy this morning in the Tri-Cities. I think we'll get a break from the haze, but it's going to come back pretty strong as we head into this afternoon and evening. So for today, for lower elevations, hazy sunshine, that's been established, and a low to mid 70s. I'll take you on that zone by zone tour of this Friday forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. It is 5:36 down. We begin this half hour of news in Oregon, where some big changes are on the horizon for anyone hoping to drive a big rig. Starting October 1st, the Oregon DMV is rolling out a new commercial driver manual, updated knowledge test questions, and new CDL skills test material. These changes update the vehicle inspection checklist and the way the drivers are scored on basic control maneuvers like backing, turning, and stopping. The new test also brings Oregon in line with national standards that are set by the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators.
Changes to the test questions will include updated elements of CDL vehicle inspections and basic control skills maneuvers, and those are the two key components of a CDL skills test. So the vehicle inspection, which assesses the driver's ability to identify potential mechanical problems, and then the basic control skills maneuvers test the driver's ability to control the vehicle in different situations.
Now, DMV and third-party examiners can still use both the old and the new test until June of 2026, but drivers may find fewer examiners offering the older version as the state transitions. 5:37 in education news. Tri-Cities Prep in Pasco just wrapped up a big expansion, adding more space for students and staff. Catholic High School recently completed a $3.2 million project, adding 6 new classrooms, including a science lab and more than 10,000 square feet of learning space. School leaders say the addition eliminates the need for portables, keeps all of the students under one roof, and nearly doubles the school's classroom capacity. The project comes as Tri-Cities Prep also prepares to dedicate its new St. Michael Plaza next week. That's a separate project that was made possible by an anonymous donor.
It's just almost doubled the classroom capacity of our school, so it's made quite a difference. Just in, we've got a lot more room.
The new wing was finished just this fall and is already in use. It gives students extra space for testing and learning support. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. If you're still looking for some weekend plans, we have you covered with felines and firefighters coming up. We'll take a look at a community event that is giving you the chance to make a difference and maybe even gain a new little best furry friend. Those details straight ahead. Plus, checking in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. It is 5:38 on this Friday, and he's going to break down what you can expect as we make our way into the weekend. We're back after the break.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now on your side.
Here at GMA, we've got the hottest guest shark. And this week, Mr. Wonderful took a bite at a GMA.
Mr. Wonderful.
Now, hold on for this shark. What will he reveal about the Shark Tank this morning on GMA?
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's the Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's the Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipe, tips. It's the Educated Cigar. At the Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998. Open 7 days a week.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
What makes NUU unique? The amazing customer service that we offer to our patients. They know that they're heard, that they're listened to, and we genuinely care about their well-being.
From the second I walked in that office, I felt seen, I felt heard, I didn't feel judged. It just was like, we're a team and we're gonna figure this out.
I had a rare form of breast cancer. Dr. Fedino has just been fantastic. She was really just on my side and helping me, and I'm so relieved and blessed that I went there.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, and I feel amazing. And I lost 55 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off.
She had saved my life if she hadn't taken just that moment to ask me one extra question. I absolutely would have had an ugly cancer 6 months later.
Check out our new location in Kennewick or come see us in Yakima. Go to NUUWomen'sClinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Unlike some products, Pepto coats and soothes your digestive system to provide fast 5-symptom relief. Stock up on Pepto today.
Shifting Gears, the #1 new comedy is back.
He has arisen.
With big guests. And a big home improvement reunion.
Hey, buddy.
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears, season premiere Wednesday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Again, with those level 2 evacuations still unfortunately in place for Goose Prairie, for Bumping River Road, and for those areas adjacent to the Labor Mountain fire that is right on the Chelan and Kittitas County border. Fortunately, a lot of you folks still need to be packed and need to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Here's what to put in that go bag. We've been talking about this all week, and I'll just have to say it one more time for good measure. Non-perishable food supply, 3 gallons of water per person, maps, prescriptions or medications, a change of clothes, extra eyeglasses or contacts, an extra set of car keys, credit cards, cash or traveler's check, first aid kit, flashlight, battery-powered radio, copies of important documents, and of course, you can't forget about the furry friends and their food and water. Okay, let's take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County. Going to be a little bit breezy out this way still, but a gust only between 15 to 25 miles per hour, so not as intense as they were for yesterday. It'll be in the low 70s in the Kittitas Valley. Mid-70s up and down the Yakima Valley. Hazy sunshine here. We'll have hazy sunshine in the lower Columbia Basin as well. Upper 60s towards Boardman, but mid-70s for the Tri-Cities and Benton City and Prosser, places like that. We'll be in the 70s up and down the foothills, then 50s, 60s, and 70s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. And again, the main facet of today's forecast, calmer winds and hazier skies, unfortunately.
All right, 5:43, and we want to take you to Prosser this morning because it is time for the annual Great Prosser Balloon Rally.
This year will mark the 36th annual balloon rally for Prosser. Speaking of which, that is where we find our Good Morning Northwest live reporter, Monique Garcia. Monique, can you tell us a little bit more about this traditional event?
Well, the event hasn't started quite yet. It doesn't kick off till sunrise at about 6:45 this morning. But right now, as you can see, people are barely getting here with their trucks to set up their hot air balloons. So there's not too much action. But in a little bit, it's going to look a whole lot like this. Now today is the opening day here at the Prosser Airport, and this is a 3-day event that will go on until Sunday, with all the days having the sunrise event like today at 6:45. But if you're not too much of an early bird on your weekends, kind of like me, and you like to sleep in a little bit, there is a night glow event tomorrow evening at Figure Stadium with gates opening at 6 p.m. This year 24 balloons are set to participate. Now reminder, the balloons going up will all depend on the weather. So if the pilots feel it's too windy, they will remain on the ground. Now I'll be sending it back to you guys at the desk. Reporting in Prosser, Monique Garcia, Good Morning Northwest.
I love it. Have you been to the Prosser Balloon Rally before since you've been here?
I have not, no. Is it got to be on the Tri-Cities or got to be the South Central Washington bucket list?
Yeah, it's just, and they do it in Walla Walla and Prosser, and it's just so pretty. Just the spectacle of the balloons going up, and I went up in a balloon years ago at the Prosser Rally, and it's just such a peaceful, serene feeling. It's really cool.
Interesting.
I thought it would be scary, but it wasn't.
Well, I'm terrified of heights, and there were some people who we work with that were trying to coerce me to go to the Balloon Fest, trying to get me to go in one of the balloons, and no thank you.
Oh, you should do it. I know.
I think I can be sort of coerced into it, but me and heights, like you can't see the glisten on the desk. The hands are clammy just talking about it. Yeah.
Well, maybe this next event's a little more your speed.
Okay.
If you're still looking for something to do this weekend, because you're an animal lover.
Yes, and if you're an animal lover, this event could be Possum, as it's your chance to meet some furry friends and maybe even take one home.
Aw, the Tri-Cities Animal Shelter teaming up with local firefighters once again for the annual Felines and Firefighters Adoption Event.
Families can meet adoptable cats, kittens, and dogs, plus check out fire trucks, chat with firefighters, and grab some food while you're there. Adoption fees are just $50, and approved families can even head home the same day with their new pet.
Just $50, and you can get a sweet little furry friend.
Yeah.
Give that feline a new home. All right, it's 5:46. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, your morning sprint, everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth, he will have your full first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from right here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. It is 5:46.
The $7,500 federal tax credit for eligible electric vehicles is ending. Must take delivery by September 30th, 2025. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
The Toyota Entertainment Series is bringing the heat to this year's Central Washington State Fair. On September 20th and 21st, catch the Nitro Fire Stunt and Thrill Show, featuring freestyle motocross, quad wars, and a jet car that melts a full-size car. Then September 27th and 28th, the Demolition Derbies roar back with the all-new Motorhome Derby on the 28th. Advanced tickets include fair admission. Get yours today at the Fair Ticket Office or at fairfun.com. The fair runs September 19th through the 28th. Don't miss it.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge. With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay. Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Doug.
Imagine if we could tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds.
Leave him! It's a mascot! Oh, what's this? A fan has run out onto the field and he's not wearing pants.
Do birds need pants?
And the control room censored it. Oh!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At More Furniture, the biggest sale of the year starts now. We're making room for the largest arrival of fresh styles and features in over a decade. Cozy living rooms, relaxing bedrooms, and elegant dining sets. It's all in stock and on sale. Right now, with a minimum purchase of $14.99, get your choice of free white glove delivery or we'll pay your sales tax. Don't wait. Shop early, beat the rush, and save big. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have more hazy sunshine in the forecast for today. I'm thinking that unfortunately it could be a little bit worse, especially in the upper levels, but some very thick smoke and haze coming from the Wildcat Fire and the Labor Mountain Fire. High temperatures for today, cooler in the wake of the cold front that passed yesterday, so 50s and 60s for the Cascades. Same thing for the Blues, low to mid 70s for lower elevations. It's going to feel fantastic down this way. And then for tonight, more haze and smoke on the map, especially in the Yakima Valley. Really, not just for the Yakima Valley, but also into the basin and to the foothills. We'll have less haze and smoke overall as we head into Saturday. We'll talk about that more during the 6 o'clock hour. Okay, for tonight, overnight lows falling down into the 40s for most spots. Could have a few low 50s on the map. Now let's talk about the winds, as that was the big factor for yesterday. For today, not so much. Still a little bit breezy in the Cascades, so that's not going to be the best conditions that firefighters will face, but they'll get a little bit of a break for tonight, but some of those gusts could shoot down into the Cascade Gaps, down into the Kittitas Valley. Then for tomorrow, more gusts in the Cascades, unfortunately, so definitely a little bit breezy for those firefighters over the next couple days, but the pattern's going to flip into next week, giving them some excellent weather. We'll talk about that in just a second. First, your fair forecast for the next few days. Hazy sunshine for today in Yakima with mid-70s, but closer to 80 for Saturday and Sunday. A few more clouds up in the skies, and the breeze is picking back up for Sunday ahead of that pattern flip into next week. You can see consistently cooler for next week and also consistently wetter. Many shower chances for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So this is great news for firefighters. I think we'll be able to see some real tangible containment on all those fires. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm and dry through Sunday, wetter and cooler Monday through Thursday. In Yakima, keeping it dry with 70s and 80s through the weekend, then 30 to 50% shower chances with 60s and 70s next week. In Ellensburg, haze hanging tough over the next few days, then some relief and much cooler weather for next week. In Hermiston, keeping it warm and dry for the next handful of days, and small shower chances with highs in the 70s all throughout next week. And then for Walla Walla, the same cycle we've been tracking everywhere else. However, the caveat is that we could see a few thunderstorms on Tuesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
5:52, time for your morning sprint, and we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. As it has been confirmed, DNA testing says that those human remains found earlier this month near Leavenworth do belong to Travis Decker. He's the man accused of killing his 3 young daughters this summer. Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison announcing the confirmation following state results from the crime lab. Decker has been declared dead by the U.S. Marshal. That was earlier this week. Officials, though, were waiting for that DNA proof before confirming locally. County coroner now working to determine the exact cause and time of death. And a juvenile suspect was arrested after FBI agents tipped off local law enforcement about threats that were made towards Kamaikan High School. That arrest happened a week ago. Investigators, though, now saying that social media has made these types of cases more common and every threat is taken seriously. School officials stress that once a student makes a post, the consequences can follow them across districts. Deputies say even so-called jokes online waste valuable resources and bring lasting penalties for those involved. And taking you to Richland, where city leaders are considering replacing the flat $20 vehicle fee with a 0.1% sales tax to fund road maintenance. The shift would double revenue, bringing in more than $2 million a year. The money would help maintain the city's pavement rating and relieve strain on other services. Some people support the move, but they worry that the new tax could rise in the future. And Tri-Cities Prep in Pasco has wrapped up a $3.2 million expansion project. Catholic High School adding 6 classrooms, including a new science lab, plus more than 10,000 square feet of learning space. The addition eliminates the need for portable buildings and nearly doubles classroom capacity. And get ready, the 36th annual Great Prosser Balloon Rally is underway this weekend. Pilots from across the Northwest are in town to launch hot air balloons each morning at sunrise from the Prosser Airport. Along with the launches, there's the evening night glow. The weekend includes a harvest festival, farmers market, and street painting. And our Monique Garcia is live there. We'll be checking back in with her in the 6 o'clock hour. 5:54 now, and it's time to take a look at your national headlines as former FBI Director James Comey is facing federal charges after a grand jury indictment. Charges include allegations of false statements and obstruction of congressional proceeding. Investigation stems from Comey's 2020 congressional testimony about Russian interference in the 2016 election. Government argues that Comey committed perjury, lying under oath and saying he doesn't remember an alleged intelligence document or leaks to the media. Comey could appear in federal court in Virginia as early as today. He has been summoned to appear for his arraignment on October 9th. Health headlines at 5:54. A new tariff on some imported drugs will take effect starting next month. Just yesterday, President Trump announcing brand name or patented drugs will be subject to a 100% tariff. The tariff will not apply to drug makers who are building manufacturing plants in the U.S. Trump is using tariffs as a way to pressure drug manufacturers to ramp up production here in the U.S. and to strengthen the supply chain for essential medicines. President Trump did not mention levying tariffs on generic pharmaceutical imports. All right, talking sports, it's 5:55, and the Mariners won the American League West Championship for just the 4th time in team history. 9-2 rout. Off the Rockies, the M's clinching their first division crown since Ichiro's rookie year in 2001. Seattle ending the 4th longest active drought in baseball. Now they have a shot at a wild card bye, extra rest for a tired bullpen, maybe even their first ever World Series appearance. I mean, come on. Cal Raleigh continuing to add to his historic season, hitting his 59th and 60th home runs of the year, the most ever by a major league catcher. And the crowd goes wild.
I tried to get in line for playoff tickets yesterday.
Nope.
It's no point.
Nope.
Sold out already.
Have you heard about the I don't know what to call her. There's some sort of person that has been asked to put like a good spell on the Mariners and a bad spell on the Have you heard about her?
The Etsy Witch.
The Etsy Witch,
yeah.
Yes.
And ever since they got her, they popped off and they finished the regular season strong.
Yeah.
And
I was wondering if it was common knowledge. I didn't know if word was getting around. All right, trending this morning outside of the Etsy Witch, an Alabama man recently became a record holder for something growing on his face.
Meet Rudolph Martino. Last month, he was recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records for having the longest natural beard locks on a living person. His beard measures at just over 3.5 feet.
Oh my.
He has been growing it out for more than 10 years, and he says it has become part of a spiritual commitment.
He's also saying it takes dedication. He says it takes between 30 minutes and an hour to wash it and a couple of days for it to dry. He also moisturizes it every day.
Martino also says he will usually tuck the beard in a shirt to keep it getting caught in things such as doors.
That's a lot.
That is. Well, good to him, especially if it's a spiritual commitment.
Yeah.
I just hope that it's being washed, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like...
he said it takes 30 minutes to an hour to wash it.
That's right.
But it's the drying that gets, like... Said it takes days for it to dry.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where some of the difference can come from.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Well, all that to say...
Lingers?
Sure.
I don't
really know how it works. But
I love that journey for him.
Yeah, all that to say, congrats to him. Be yourself, be weird, grow out a beard.
I'm not saying it's weird.
Do your thing.
Yeah, be different, whatever. Yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in your 6 o'clock hour, a fresh start worth celebrating. 3 local grads are shredding their charges as a part of drug court recovery. We'll let you know how this program changes lives right here at home. And as I mentioned, our very own Monique Garcia live at the 36th annual Great Prosser Balloon Rally. We're going to check back in with her and hear from the people who are making their way there as we get ready for those balloons to go up. Sunrise at 6:49. That's when those balloons will take flight. Right now, it's 5:58 and still dark. And we're giving you a live look from right here at our Apple Valley studios in Kennewick. And what can we expect on another hazy day?
Yeah, more haze like you just said, a little bit cooler for today, and with the winds that we have